Salute, salute, salute. This is HadukenSharon. We are back with another show. Yes, I know I have been gone. I think 10 days, but I have things to do. I have school now. I had to celebrate some birthdays. Just chill, do some work. But I'm back now. Gonna be consistent now. Have more time. We have a lot to talk about. Hope everyone is doing good. Hope everyone is having a blessed Monday. Um, Everyone watching in the replay, everyone that's in here right now. Hope you guys are doing well. I see you, Canal. What's good? Salute to like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate it. John Talento. What's good, bro? Salute. I hope you guys are doing well. Because I know my Knicks aren't. Um, they have been struggling, and I think we all know that. I'm gonna talk about last two games. Then we're gonna go into some topics. Talk about the trade deadline because I wasn't here to talk about it. Um, then I'm gonna talk about coaching, front office, all that stuff, all that good stuff. So I'll be ready for that. Second, let me get right into this real quick. Let me see if I can hear myself. For that, yeah, I do. Okay. We got a tank, then trade up for Ivy. Shout out Ivy. I hope we can get Ivy. Hope we tank, but I don't think it's in the best interest for them to tank. To be honest, I don't think that's what the Knicks want to do. But again, let me get into this real quick. New York Knicks, they played against the Kings. Against the Kings. New York Knicks played against the Warriors a few days ago. I'm pretty sure this was on the 10th. And I don't even know how, but we somehow won this game. We won by 2 points against the Warriors. Warriors didn't have Draymond, but we didn't have RJ. So, it was like a trade-off in a sense. But since RJ is gone, we have Quentin Grimes starting. So, let's talk about it real quick. So, what's good, Eric? I see you. What's good, Eric? Salute my guy, salute bro. What's good? Let me go over this real quick. Quentin Grimes, who's starting in place of RJ this game, went 2 for 4 from the 3, 2 for 4 from the field, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block. Had a solid game for himself. Julius Randle, who has looked better recently, 10 of 23, 0 for 3 from 3, 8 of 12 from the stripe. He also had 28 points along with 16 turnovers and 16 rebounds, 7 assists. 1 block and 2 turnovers. He had himself a game. He had a good game for himself. Fortrey, what's good, bro? Subliminal 209, salute. What's up? Mitchell Robinson, 3 for 8. You usually don't see him miss a lot of shots. But he did go 3 of 8 this game. He was missing a decent amount of putbacks and some layups. But he was getting hacked a decent amount as well. But he did have 7 and 11 in his 28 minutes of play. Evan Fournier, 7 17. He had an okay game. 5 of 13 from 3, 3 of 4 from the stripe. 22 points and 1 rebound. Nothing else. He also had 3 assists, though. 3 turnovers, which is really interesting. Kemba Walker this game didn't really do well. 3 of 10, 1 of 5 from 3. 1 free throw made. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists, along with 2 turnovers. Taj Gibson, old man Taj, 3 of 4. And yes, 2 of 2 from the 3. It's crazy, but 2 of 2 from the 3, 2 of 2 from the stripe, 10 and 7 and 1, and 1 block. He had a good game for himself. He was a good main reason, not a main reason, but he had a good. I don't know why I'm losing words right now. But he was a big factor in us winning this game against the Warriors. Alec Burks had himself a solid night, which you don't hear so often, but he went 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from the 3, 6 of 9 from the stripe. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, along with 1 steal and 2 turnovers. Emmanuel Quickly played 15 minutes, but he did go 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from the 3. He had 5 points and 1 assist and 1 turnover. Cam Reddish, who's now starting to get a little bit more minutes, went 4 for 8 from the field, 12 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals, along with 1 turnover. He was really active this game. He did really well. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. Obi Toppin in 11 minutes, 1 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 3, 4, and 1. They didn't really have a great game. that's it for the Knicks. Um, over to the Warriors. Let me see what any people are saying in the chat right now. Let me shout some people out. Um, Canal says shocked to hear the news that Brock wanted to trade Mitch, but Tom didn't. Yeah, Brock Holler. Yeah, I saw that too. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. Kaiser Souza was good, bro. Kaiser Souza. I don't know why I say Souza. Kaiser Souza was good. So I was hyped when I watched that game. Yeah, I was pretty hyped. I was hyped too. I was in confusion, to be honest, that whole entire time. Uh, yeah. Tyreek Evans is back in the NBA. I just seen that. That's what I'm reading right now because of his drug ban. But he is now reinstated into the NBA. He's an unrestricted free agent. Maybe he's the Knicks savior. People got too hype after the Warriors game. I saw Knicks podcasters talking about the team is going to go on a run. Yeah, you need to. I don't know who was saying that, but you need to tell me who that was because I don't know who was saying that. To be fair, I don't know. But let me continue with the Warriors real quick, and then I'm gonna go talking. Andrew Wiggins, All Star starter, first year All Star starter, 6-13 from the field, 2-4 from three, 101 from the line, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. He had himself a good game. Good solid game. Jonathan Kuminga, 19-year-old Jonathan Kuminga, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover. He had a great game. 5-8 from the field, 2-3 from 3, 5-6 from the line. Kevon Looney, 3-4 from the field. He has 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Nothing crazy. Klay Thompson, 17, 7 and 5. First time we're seeing Klay Thompson in a long time. 7 and 17, 3 and 9 from the field. From the three. He did miss that shot, that mid range to tie the game. He caught Evan Fournier. He had a clean shot that he just missed. And he hit it the next game, but not as a game winner. But he had himself a decent night as well. Stephen Curry, 11-25, 5-16 from three. Obviously didn't shoot that well. But he did have 35 points, 8-8 from the stripe. 35 points, 2 rebounds, 10 assists. He had himself a double-double, 1 steal, and 3 turnovers. Gary Payton in 9 minutes. Didn't really play that much, but missed the field goal, had 2 points, 1 assist, 1 steal. Damian Lee, 3-4 from the field, 2-3 from 3. He had 8 and 3. Baylisha was 1 for 5. He had 4. He had 2, 4, and 3. Nothing crazy. Same for Juan Toscano Anderson. He had 2 points and a rebound. Then Moses Moody just missed 2 shots. But that is it for that game. The summary real quick. As you can see here, I don't know if I talked about the stat before, but we're the worst in the first and third quarter. But we scored the most in the second and fourth. The Knicks in general, they don't really score that much in general, but in the first and third they struggle the most. In the second and fourth, they usually pick it up more. But as you can see, it's a bright spot here that we outscored them by 11. Because they outscored us by 10 in the second quarter. So we kind of came back there. Then in the fourth, it was kind of evened out, but we finished it off pretty well. Looking at the game charts, the highest lead for the Knicks was 13. The highest for the Warriors was 7. No crazy leads at all. It was mainly a balanced game all around. Salute. Robert Parr was good, bro. Hope you're doing good. Wilson Dang was good. Salute. Andrew K. Salute. Said my favorite Knick of all time is HadukenSharon's. Yeah, I saw you tweeting that the Knicks are about to sign me as a bench warmer. That's funny. Salute chat. What's good, Andrew K? Hope you're doing good. YouTube subliminal. Robert Parr, Wilson Dang, Kaiser so said if I call out the names Hadouken all of a sudden they go into deny it. I'm going to have to start recording these guys when they make bad takes. No, you could just say the names. Depending on the person, I'll see if I believe you or not. Cause you probably know when you know. We signed that bum we had earlier and never played. Yeah, and you're talking about Arkidiakino. Yeah, no, he's gonna save the team. What's good, Pudge? Nice salute. If you haven't already, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, turn that notification bell on. We're gonna start uploading more. Gonna be doing videos soon as well. Everyone in the replay, make sure to do the same as well. And drop down in the comments any suggestions if you want me to talk about a certain subject. that I haven't already and all that good stuff, just let me know. But yeah, let me continue with this real quick. Then I'm gonna go talking about the game in itself and what I saw. Of course, we won by 2 points. It was a really close game. They were kind of breaking through in the fourth quarter. They went on a little run. They came back. So we had a little distance. Um, but yeah, we out rebounded them by 13. You know, them not having Draymond hurts them a lot because he gets like 7 boards, 8 boards. So that's one part of it. But we did outboard them, which is great to see. The Knicks consistently now, you're seeing them above 20 assists. I'm happy to see. You know, I had that as a big factor. Towards the beginning of the season, I was like, I'm tired of seeing them below 20 assists. It's just disgusting. I remember that one game we had 13 assists throughout the whole game. It was just disturbing to see. Um, 3 steals compared to 4, 3 blocks compared to 5. Nothing crazy there, but our turnovers, as you can see, they were in the single digits at 7 while we were at 13th. 43% from the field for us, 46 for them. But we did shoot better from the three. We shot 39%, 33 for three from three for them. And I still don't understand this part because it's constantly happening. But we shot 72.7 from the field free throw line, and that almost killed us again this game. While they shot 88%, which is a good percentage for them. They outscored us by 2 in the paint, but we did have 4 more second chance points. But in the fast break, again, we've been struggling a little more from the fast break recently. They outscored us by 8 points. That's basically it for this game. But let me just talk about this game real quick. Let me read what you guys are chatting with in the chat. Um, I see my guy Raf in here. What's good, Raf? I hope you're doing good. Um, Says Ryan Archie Diagonal is the GOAT. Yeah, nah, he's the GOAT. That's funny. Eliam, what's good, my boy? What's good? Said good to see more ball movement with them assists up. Yeah, 100%. Like I've been saying, I want to see more assists. Um, it's funny. Yeah, I want to see more assists. That's just what I want to see, and they've been doing what I've been asking for, which I'm really grateful for, to be honest. Because I swear, like before, for no reason, they were just not. They were just not passing the ball well. They were missing a lot more shots. They're still missing to a certain extent, but it's getting better. Um, but let me talk about this game before I go on a rant about this team in general. Oh no, this is this is something funny. I'm sorry. Um, Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. By the way, I don't know if you got someone out there. Happy Valentine's Day for you. But yeah, the New York Knicks this game, I was surprised. I'm pretty sure you guys were all surprised by this game. Tell me if I'm lying or you agree with me. This was a game I didn't expect us to win at all. It's the Warriors. The Warriors are always a tough team. Second best team in the West, second best record in the league, I'm pretty sure. And us recently we're 2-8 in our last 10 games, and we just been playing poorly all around. Randall has been playing good the last 5, but other than that, there's not really a lot of upside in what we're watching. All right, but yeah, there's not really much to say on that aspect. But I really didn't think we were winning this game. I think they came out strong. They played well. They surprised me. Um, Grimes gave us good minutes. Mitch was doing pretty solid, but Randall the last 5, he's been looking like the Randall that we all hope to see. And I just wish this came sooner. That he's been playing this well. I wish they were. I wish they were, but they really haven't. Um, Kaminga had a good game against us, but I feel like the way that Randall was playing with his mismatches, the way he was attacking the basket, he wasn't really forcing up too many shots. I feel like that was really good for the team. And that's what helped us with this win. Um, Fournier played a solid game. He got some good buckets later down the stretch. Along with that, you know, other guys stepped in. The bench did really good. We shot good from the three all around. Give me 1 second, cause my dog is barking. I don't want him to like annoy me. Give me a second. All right, I'm back now. My bad. My dog was barking. He needed some food. Had to go pour for him. But yeah, um, continuing on. They played a good all-around game. The bench finally stepped up this game. The last few games before that, the bench has been pretty quiet. They've hurt us a lot. Um, they haven't produced as much as you would hope so. I know D Rose is a big factor for that, but at the same time, these guys on the bench were just like missing shots. They weren't making high IQ plays. They were just doing whatever they wanted on the court, and it really wasn't helping us at all. Um, so I'm glad. I'm glad they stepped up. Um, Kemba wasn't the best, but we played him 23 minutes still. He was okay. Taj, I was surprised, but Taj has been shooting those corner threes recently. He's doing better. I guess I'm glad to see him play better. I just hope he doesn't get injured. But he's been fine with that as well. Alec Burks, solid game. Like I said, you don't really see him play that good often, and I feel like the last 3 games, he's been playing pretty well. Manuel quickly hasn't been getting much burn recently. For certain reasons. I think the whole Manuel quickly thing. Emmanuel quickly has regressed this season. I will say that his passing has gotten better, but his core vision is still not good at all. And the thing that makes me mad with quickly is I mean I always like quickly with me. He's like cool. I'm cool with quickly. Um, but the thing that I get mad about is that I feel like if quickly just made better decisions and he didn't chuck up shots, and make those little mistakes, I feel like he would have been starting for this team for a good minute now. But I think he has done wrong with his opportunity. That's why he's not a starter right now, and that's why his minutes are getting cut. And I think he needs to understand that. I hope he is, because I don't want him to be cut out of the rotation. I want him to, keep showing some life. He had a good, solid rookie season. This year, he's having a sophomore slump. Mainly the whole year he hasn't really been the best, so I'm hoping he picks it up. But yeah, that's basically what's up with quickly. Let me see what people are saying. Let me know how you guys feel about IQ, because I know a lot of people jumped off of the IQ train. Randall has had 5 solid games in a row. I agree, Andrew K. So I thought that was you. Where have you been? I missed you in the pause. Hadouken's Valentine's RJ. Yeah. All right, Wilson. Dang, I get it. Eli M said I canceled League Pass after the last game. Rip. Yeah, nah, I don't blame you at all. You don't need to pay for that garbage, bro. Come on. I thought you was gonna lose against the Warriors and beat the Blazers. I just don't know, Ish. 0 winning streaks in a month. Blowing that lead sucked. Could have had 2 in a row. Going into tonight versus OKC. We'll talk about this game. The Blazers game that we all hate. IQ is trash. Is it IQ is it trash? Okay, IQ is a trash. I watch the games I can, but I don't even care no more in the season. To be honest, and I haven't talked about this yet, so I'll just talk about it right now because it pissed me off so much. The loss of. I want to know how you guys felt about this, but I was so pissed about this. The game against the Nuggets that we got blown out, and we kept having like 4 or 5 fake comebacks. You put in RJ Barrett in the last 3 minutes. You put him in the last 3 minutes with the starting lineup, and then you take the whole starting lineup out except RJ with about a minute left, and we're down 20, and Thibs got RJ hurt. He got him injured, and now RJ is in a boot. He's out again today. I don't know how serious the injury is. I'm pretty sure it's not anything crazy, but he's definitely going to be out until after All-Star break, so another week plus. But it's good that the All-Star break is here right now, but you have RJ out because of Thibs being an idiot, because of him not using his brain to understand that we're down 20, there's no way of winning. There's no way of winning. And the thing that made me even more pissed was listening to this dude Thibs talking in the post game saying, when someone asked him, I don't know why they don't ask him like more in detailed questions, but they asked Thibs, "Oh, RJ got injured in the fourth quarter. Why did you play him?" He was like, "Oh, I thought that RJ should have took himself out. There was no way RJ can take himself out. He does not have that. No, he doesn't have that. But he literally said, "Oh, I put RJ back into the game because I thought we had a chance to win." Even though there was no way of winning the game when you were down 20 points. And then I don't understand why they didn't ask him why did he have him in that last minute. Why do you have him in the last minute? It makes no sense at all. I'm completely confused. I just don't understand, and it pisses me off so much because every single time now that I see RJ is out for every game, it just pisses me off, and then it makes me mad at Thibs. Like, I'm not happy with Thibs at all. I'm done with Thibs, to be honest. I'm at the tipping point with that. Thibs is really frustrating, to be honest. I'm just done with him, and now RJ's in a boot because of that. And to me, to be honest, especially the way the season is going right now, it's so hard to watch the games without RJ. It really is. Um, and I think a decent amount of people feel that way too. Let me see what people are saying in the chat. Salute to King Ribby, my guy right there. He salute chat, salute to the panel. Hit them like button, subscribe. I appreciate you. Got 22 people in here, 17 likes. Make sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. If you're watching in the replay, make sure to do so as well. Appreciate you guys. Kaiser Sosa said IQ is one-dimensional. That's why he looks bad. All he does mostly is take long shots. He doesn't convert mid-ranges or at the hoop very well. So if you crowd his three, he looks bad. I don't disagree with you. I do think that, besides him being a microwave guy, I don't see anything crazy right now. I think he's going to be a good player, but I don't think it's anything crazy. I feel like people calling him the next Dame or Trae Young in his rookie season, it just called for disappointment, to be honest. Tank for Jaden Ivey or Ty Ty Washington. You don't even have to tank for Ty Ty, to be honest. Bulls fans hate the dude. He's a goofy. He's the reason D Rose got injured. Anthony Alvarado, salute, bro. It's good. I'm doing good, bro. Hope you're doing good as well. Thibs took out all the other starters. RJ already looked exhausted. He should have asked to come out. Yeah, I don't think you can just ask to come out. That's more of. Yeah, no, Andrew K. I know. RJ literally ran the most miles in the NBA last season. That was the stat, and he made the top 5 most contested threes last year as well, which was really impressive. But it's so hard to understand Thibs because you play a guy 40 minutes, then you play him 40, then you play him 50 the next game, then you play him 40 again, then in a blowout you play him 40. Like, what much can you ask for RJ? You really can't ask so much more. Like, he's really, like, people were saying, oh, he's young, it's fine if he plays a lot of minutes, he's 21. No, it's not, because things like this happen randomly. And look what happened. He got injured for a stupid reason that could have easily been avoided. Now we don't get to see him play. And now this team is going to continue to lose games because we don't have him on the team. Because he serves something for the team that we don't have. It's a guy that can slash, that can shoot. The defense actually pays attention to RJ, especially the last month and a half. They pay attention to what RJ does. His playmaking skill that we don't really have that much of right now. It's really tough. RJ was burning out too many minutes. I would have asked, are you trying to pull another D Rose on RJ? Thibs is just so. I'm tired of Thibs. Thibs took out all the other looks exhausted. He should have came out. I'm Grady Salute, bro. Said, how many players has Thibs injured? Borders on psychotic behaviors. I said the same thing. I was on Twitter. I was cursing him out, rightfully so though. But it's a psychotic thing to leave a guy in the game that late. It really doesn't make sense. He's clearly. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was reading about OBJ. By the way, shout out to the Rams for winning the Super Bowl yesterday. I like OBJ a lot. I'm happy he won, but I'm really sad that he tore his ACL. So hopefully he has a speedy recovery because it hurts seeing him get injured constantly, especially in a Super Bowl game. I'm just happy they won. D Rose was also too young. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't understand it. IQ is the young prospect in our next trade. Yeah, I think him and Obi are in our next trade whenever that is. Can't wait to lose to the OKC Thunder. Don't see anything happening. We better not lose to OKC because, yeah, they just better not. There's no way we could lose to them. Said D Rose was also young. Too many minutes of IQ. Just improved his handle and finishing at the basket. he'd be hard to guard because people play all the way up. He should be blowing by them. Yeah, the thing with IQ is that his shot IQ, as funny as it sounds, is just not good. Um, like especially in some games, he would be chucking the same type of shot multiple times in a row. He may make one, then miss the next three, and it's just a constant thing with him. That's why I call him more of a microwave type of guy because I see IQ. We all know this. When IQ hits a three, he's gonna shoot for the next two possessions, or he's gonna try to do something in the next two possessions. It just is what it is. You saw the Grizzlies game. He made a tough and 1 3 somehow. Um, then he made another three right after that, but then the next two possessions he gets a turnover. Next possession after that, he misses a shot, and then it starts rolling downhill. And now when he makes a shot, continues to try to do the same thing. It's just hard to watch. I just hope he learns how to go downhill because he has been like not hitting as many floaters as he was last year. Because I don't know why, but it's not really the same skill as last year. I just feel like his flow is off right now. And he's learning things, but as well he's still making mistakes, so it's understandable. But I just hope he could get better. Look at him years after that 2000 injury. El Paul Salute, he said, "What if RJ's injury was a fake to give Cam minutes? Maybe." No, El Paul, I know what you're trying to say, but it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense because if you want to do that, you just sit Burks out. That's the way you do it. That would just be a stupid way of doing that. Um, RJ is definitely injured. It wasn't a fake. He's actually injured. RJ needs to keep shooting and perfecting that mid range. Yeah, I didn't talk about it because I wasn't live for these games, but that Utah game, even though we did lose, RJ shot 8 of 25. Um, I'll talk about it a little because I don't want. I'm fine with not going over the stats. I don't really care. I'll just go on a rant. But RJ shot 8 for 25 that game. Um, up to the third quarter. I tweeted this. I said on Guillermo's show too. I was on Guillermo's show most of the games. I'm gonna be on there later today as well. But halfway through the third quarter, like up to that point, I feel like all the starters played amazing besides Kemba. Randall was having a great game. RJ was playing a great game. Um, Fournier was having a great game. Mitch was having a great game. He had his 19 and 21, tied his career high in rebounds. I think we had a great game. But after the halfway point of the third quarter, RJ was tired and he was missing shots. He was missing shots and then he got tired. He just kept missing shots. He didn't really get a break in between. He played like 40 something minutes again that game after playing 50 and 40. So he was putting up shots with like low energy. Randall didn't have the best energy as well because he was tired, and it just went downhill. We were missing every single shot. But the thing I will say is RJ that game. I know you guys saw those three mid ranges he hit in that Jazz game. Three off the dribble mid ranges, which is the most he has done, I think, in his NBA career so far. Three off the dribble mid ranges. They were all nice ones too. They looked really good. He looked fully confident. He had a tough fadeaway mid range off the dribble. But that one he got on Donovan Mitchell was so nasty. Got him with a behind the back step back mid range, and it was money. I'm proud. I just can't wait till he comes back. To be honest, after the All-Star break, I see him cook up again. But yeah, that is what that is. We lost to a Blazers team that was assembled less than a week ago. Okay, since you guys are talking about the Blazers game, let me pull up the Blazers stats real quick and talk about it. It's actually right here. So let me talk about this. The New York Knicks lost by 9 points to the Portland Trail Blazers, 112 to 103. Before I start going over it, let me read the rest of the comments. Said Tom is not a head coach; he is a great assistant that lucked into the bigger chair. Okay. The fans been called him out. We'd be up 20 points and still has starters in. I feel like trading IQ and OB is a mistake this early. I wouldn't trade them until year 4 of the rookie contract. MIG Salute, he said Leon Rose and Worldwide Waste are doling puppies. I agree. Ken went off. Trey Man playing is not bad. Yeah, Trey Man has been playing pretty good recently. The only thing I like that Thibs has been doing is pushing the pace. Me too. I will credit him for that. I want to talk about that in a little bit. But the thing I like is that he's been pushing the pace, but as well, Randall has been. I do get scared sometimes because Randall, I don't know if you guys notice as well, But Randall sometimes just runs a little too quick for himself. And I get scared it's going to be like last year, because we know last year that when Randall would run quick, he would just chuck a pass to someone and he would get a lot of turnovers. And like recently he's been running really quick sometimes, and it just scares me because the passes aren't really that clean. And I feel like it's just gonna cause for a messy play. But yeah, let me talk about this real quick. This was when I say terrible, this was a disgusting game. Like, this was a putrid game. Um, we lost by 9 to a rebuilding team that doesn't really have a good roster. But Quentin Grimes went 6 for 10, 5 of 8 from 3, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Didn't shoot good from the line, but he played well all around this game. He did have 5 fouls. He had 20 points, which is his second 20-point game of his career so far. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. He was really active. Even though he was the worst plus minus on the team, but at the same time, I mean, he had some defensive lapses, which is gonna happen, so I can't kill him. But I did feel like in that fourth quarter, the guys weren't making the right play. I think he should have gotten a few more shots later in the game. I just think they weren't really looking to him. There was not smart basketball. We're gonna talk about that in a bit. But yeah, Julius Randle, 8 for 20. He had a solid game. 8 of 20 shooting wise is fine to me, to be honest. It's decent. 0 4 from 3. The thing that surprised me though is 12 of 13 from the free throw line. I haven't seen Randall just miss one free throw in a long time. But he had 28 points, 16 rebounds, 6 assists. He did have 5 turnovers along with that though, but he did play a pretty decent game. Um, I say decent because of what happened in the fourth quarter. If we won this game, I would have said a great game, but it wasn't. Mitchell Robinson, he was in and out of this game because he was injured and he was kind of limping. But he still didn't get any rebounds. It's just he had a weird stat. He just had 3 blocks and 2 points. Evan Fournier, trash. 7.7% from the field and 10% from the three. And you know how much he played? You know how many minutes this guy played? 36 damn minutes, bro. And he could not hit jack, bro. He could not do anything. He had 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and 3 turnovers. Kemba Walker had a good game, 7 of 12, 4 8 from 3, 5 of 5 from the stripe, 23 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Alec Burks didn't have a good shooting game. He was 2 for 8, 2 of 3 from 3. 8 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 4. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. I know you guys are going to kill him for this too. But one thing that pisses me off the most about Alec Burks is this dude cannot finish at the basket, and it's because he gets bailed out. I don't know if you guys noticed. I'm glad he gets free throws, but he gets bailed out so much at the free throw line when he drives. He gets so many calls, and the way he finishes on fast breaks is just terrible. Like, I actually want to break something when it happens. I know some of you definitely feel the same exact way because it's just disturbing to watch him like go up, try to go at the basket. Justin, oh my guy, what's good, bro? I see you, bro. What's good? Salute. Hope you're doing good. Um, yeah, let me continue. Love watching Josh Giddey play. Okay. Taj Gibson 4-6. He had another solid night. I know people were mad. I don't know how you guys feel about it. People were mad. He played 27 minutes, right? Obi only played 8. We're gonna get to that, but yeah, 8 and 7 with 1 assist and 1 block, 1 turnover. Cam Reddish played 14 minutes. He did get injured. He tweaked his ankle when someone landed on his foot, so he left this game early in the third quarter, or the half. I don't really remember. But he played 14 minutes, 1 of 3 from the field, 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover. He has been pretty active when he plays defense, which I like. He got a nice steal. It was annoying because I swear IQ just doesn't look for guys in the corners to pass to, especially Cam. Like, I watched and I see Cam wide open for the 3, and IQ's just not looking at it. He's forcing up a shot. And then I saw the same exact play before Cam got that steal and got a nice monster dunk. Cam was wide open for like 10 seconds on the left side of the wing while Burks was literally looking at that side and he just didn't pass him the ball. Just frustrating to me. But I like the plays Cam was making. He had 4 free throws. He made 2 really nice cuts to the basket where he got free throws, he got fouled. He made those shots. IQ again, low minutes, 10:50 to play. 1 of 6, 0 of 3 from 3, 4 and 2, nothing special. OB had a donut, 1 rebound, 1 turnover. Jericho Sims played 5 minutes. He gave us like I guess okay minutes. CJ Ellaby. Some people might not know that he even exists. I only know he exists because of the draft. I think he was in the 2020 draft. I actually want to see if I'm right. Sorry, I want to see. Yeah, he was in the 2020 draft. Um, he was in the 2020 draft, whatever. But CJ Ellaby, he was 2 for 6, 23 minutes, 1 of 4 from the three, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Justice Winslow, who just got traded from the Clippers for CJ McCollum. I mean, no, for the Clippers for Norman Powell. Had 14, 5 and 6, 1 steal, 1 block, and 1 turnover. I feel bad for Norman Powell. I hope he gets a speedy recovery as well because he actually just fractured his bone in the last game that they played. So I hope he's all good. But yeah, just Yusuf Nurkic killed us this game, 12 and 20 with 5 turnovers. The thing that I didn't understand was that people wanted Obi to play more minutes, but I'm gonna be honest. Taj, he tried his best guarding Nurkic, but I do not think Obi would have done anything better. Taj was actually playing pretty decent defense, I think, in my opinion. Newly acquired Josh Hart from the trade that the Blazers had with the Pelicans for CJ McCollum. Had 23 points in his debut, 7 to 12 from the field, 3 to 6 from 3, 6 to 8 from the line. He had 1 rebound and 2 assists along with 4 turnovers. Anthony Simmons, yes, Anthony Simmons, who has been going off. 30 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. He was on fire, especially late in the game with the comeback. Ben McLemore, 6 to 12, 3 and 9 from the 3, 17, 5 and 2. Greg Brown, 1 of 4, didn't do anything crazy. Trendon Watford, 4, 5 and 3. And then Elijah Hughes, 2 and 6, 1 of 5. Nothing crazy over there. But the main part that, of course, everyone is pissed off about. The New York Knicks choked a 23-point lead, bro. A 23-point lead. Just look at this. And look what I'm about to show. Actually, I'm about to show you this later because I know this is going to make you even more mad. But their biggest lead was 23. I mean, our biggest lead was 23. Theirs was 12. This was late in the game when they got us. But we lost by 9 points. They out-rebounded us by 10. And a lot of that was them out-rebounding us in the fourth quarter. This is a game that I have seen. This is the first game in a while I've seen this below 10 and 20 assists. But they had 30 assists, basically. They were playing really good basketball out there with a bad team. 6 steals compared to 3, 6 blocks compared to 2. We did have 12 turnovers, which is fine compared to 15. But these shooting splits are actually disgusting. 38% from the field and 31% from 3. While they shot 48% from the field and 38% from 3. The free throw shooting is basically the same. They killed, when I say they murdered us in the paint by 20 points. Second chance points basically the same. Fast break points was basically the same. But you know what's even worse? We came into the fourth quarter with a 15-point lead. Guess how many points we scored in the fourth quarter to this team? I don't think anyone would have ever guessed this, but we legit scored 11 damn points in the fourth quarter. 11 points. The whole entire quarter. We had Grimes in there. We had Randall in there, Burks, all these guys. And they weren't doing anything. They were missing shots. They were doing bad IQ plays. They just look horrible. They looked trash the whole entire time. There was no game plan there. They were just doing what they wanted. They lost the game towards the 4-minute mark because that's when they started cutting into the lead. We let them score 35 points. It's just ridiculous. It really is. Shout out to everyone watching right now. Still, we got 25 people. You should smash that like button if you haven't already. But yeah, this is a sad case. It really is. Taj should be sitting, and Obi needs all these minutes to get better. Just like y'all kept saying, Halliburton wasn't being traded. Who knows? Simons might be moved for assets. I don't think they're gonna let Simmons go, but I think the Halliburton wall was random. By the way, Halliburton got traded. I wish we got Halliburton. Oh, it's depressing, bro. I wish we had Halliburton and RJ next to each other. But yeah, we had Halliburton get traded for Domantas Sabonis. Brian Windhorst basically said that RJ was the only guy that you would have been able to trade for Halliburton, and we weren't doing that, of course, because RJ is our best piece right now. But yeah, that's what happened. 11 points compared to 35. It's disgusting. I was at the game. I almost got kicked out yelling at Thibs. That's funny. Um, but yeah, Halliburton. I think the situation was that the Kings were looking to trade De'Aaron Fox for um for Sabonis, and I think the manager and the president was really desperate, so they just decided to trade Halliburton for Sabonis. And to be honest, Sabonis and Fox are looking pretty good together. They look like a great fit. And then Halliburton is looking like, I know Halliburton was mad. I would be mad too if I just got traded like that when they said I wasn't. But to be honest, he's flourishing right now, and he's gonna continue to flourish on the Pacers, even though they're trash. Look, he got 20 something and 16 assists yesterday. He's doing really good. He's gonna continue to do well. His shooting has been really great as well. It's truly Tibbs' horrible rotation. Denny's mine, salute, bro. I don't know if you're new or not. If you are, make sure to smash that like button. And subscribe as well. Not trading RJ for Halliburton, me neither. Tibbs pulled the second unit too quickly. Pierce Douglas, salute. And yeah, I do think he did a little bit. Rumblings of Mitch wanting to go back home to New Orleans. So this is what I heard about Mitch. I heard apparently that, like you said earlier, Brock Holler, he wanted to trade Mitch, but Tibbs did not want to. And I did hear that the teams that are interested in Mitch apparently is the Mavs, the Pelicans, Pelicans, Bulls, and the Pistons. That's who I heard. I'm not. They said that might lead into a big Randall Mitch IQ for Zion Murphy filler trade. That would be hilarious if that happened. To be honest, that really would. So fun to watch. Josh Giddey, yeah, I already told you guys. I'm not scared to say I was wrong. I'm still kind of semi right, but I did say that I didn't think Josh Giddey was going to be anything good, except his passing, which I was right about his passing. But I don't know. I still don't think he's going to be anything crazy. I think he'll be solid, but his passing is really good, and his offense still is struggling, but he can rebound as well. I just didn't think he was going to look this big in the NBA. It's just strange, but I'm happy he's doing good. I don't hope for players to be bust. I'm not that type of person, so it is what it is. I'm fine with taking the L on that or a V on that. It is what it is. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys feel the same about me, but I think this team needs to pick a direction. And let me go to the damn trade deadline. Let's go to the trade deadline. We were all expecting to make moves, right? We were all expecting to make moves. That's why you see my thumbnail. I have Leon Rose sleeping, and I have the calendar marked on the 10th because that was the trade deadline. We were supposed to make moves. And guess what? We made 0 moves. We didn't do anything. There was talks going around the night before that apparently we were trying to do a 3-team trade with the Raptors, with the Lakers, where we get Goran Dragic and draft capital, and then we trade away Cam Reddish and Burks and this. And I was not going to do that at all. Was not doing that. I'm glad it didn't fall through because I was not trading Cam Reddish, bro, for that garbage. But I was at least hoping that we traded Alec Burks for something, and then we waived or traded Kemba for a second, or just dumped them off to a team. But legit, no moves happened for the New York Knicks. I don't know what Leon Rose is doing. I don't know what his plan was, but if I keep hearing talks from Ian Begley, if I keep hearing talks about everywhere from the New York Times and all this that they're trying to have free space for Cam Reddish in the rotation, why are they not doing any moves? I was told these contracts are movable. Apparently they're not. The way it's looking right now. Apparently they weren't movable. They said that we basically needed to attach picks in order to make a move, which is probably why they didn't do anything. By the way, some news right now for the New York Knicks is that Nerlens Noel is out tonight against the Thunder, as well as RJ Barrett, who is out, but that's obvious. But yeah, they're both out today. Ben Simmons conditioning without definite timetable. Yeah, no, I'm actually, I don't know about you guys. I'm really excited to see how the Philly looks with Embiid and Harden, and the Simmons looks with the Nets and KD. Because I'm gonna be honest, I think the Nets won that trade, but I think both people got what they wanted, and I think they were both happy. So I think it goes both ways. I think it was pretty good. Salute to my guy Will Sulkin. He says salute Hadouken. Super disappointing that Cameron was the most serious. Me too. That's why I got so pissed. I was up with Guillermo and all these guys on Twitter Spaces. We were getting mad that this trade was even announced. Like this rumor was even there, and apparently it was about to fall through. But the Lakers didn't want to give draft picks, which I'm so happy for. Thank God, man. Thank God. Shout out to Guillermo. He's in the chat right now. Make sure to check out Legion and Knicks. Let me check what time the game is so I can tell you when to go on for him. At 7:30, there's gonna be a game versus the OKC Thunder. Make sure to check out his live play-by-play. I will be there at halftime and after the game talking about it. Make sure to check that out. But yeah, we did no moves at the deadline. This was one of the biggest deadlines in a long time. I don't know. This is the best one I've seen. A big move like Harden for Simmons happening is just insane, especially in the trade deadline, the middle of the season. This talks around this trade has been happening for so long. Before Harden even got traded to the Nets, the two options were Daryl Morey was trying to trade Ben Simmons and all this for Harden, but the Rockets didn't want it, and for some reason they took a trash trade that they didn't get anything in return. They didn't even get Jared Allen, and they didn't get Karis LeVert, who are both now back on the same team. The New Jersey Nets look good on that trade. Yeah. Seth Curry is big for them. I'm gonna be honest. Ben Simmons. I've told you this many times. I like Ben Simmons, the player. I like watching Ben Simmons. And I'm gonna be honest. I think Ben Simmons is gonna surprise a lot of people. But he did go to a good spot, the Nets, because he's not expected anything crazy. Plus, they don't really have fans like that, so there's not gonna be that much pressure on him. So I'm happy for him at least. And then Simmons. Then Harden going to the Sixers. I think that's gonna be a really hard team to beat. And we actually played them after the All-Star break back-to-back times the following week. So that's gonna be tough to see. Pretty sure he's gonna be back by then. But what have me, Guillermo, Hinton, Ethan, Coach Colorblock's been saying for the longest time? I know some of you gotta give us our flowers. I hope you guys give us our flowers, but we were on here the day of the trade, the day of the free agency, when we signed Evan Fournier, we signed Nerlens Noel back, we got Burks back, got Derrick Rose back, and we got Kemba a week after. But we were on there and we were talking about how those were not good moves. We talked about it. We said how we were disappointed. We got called negative Nancy's. But sadly, we were right. We told you Fournier was not going to be that good. Even though Fournier has been playing recently better, we still told you he wasn't going to be a good fit for this team. He wasn't going to be great. We told you. Us getting the same exact guys back wasn't exactly going to be the best thing for us, because we could have gotten guys like Josh Hart. Like they liked Kelly Oubre. I would have took him over Evan Fournier. Could have gotten guys like that. But instead, got Evan Fournier for 18 mil. He stunk up the place until recently, where he's starting to show some light. At least he's trying to show some light right now. Shooting good from the three. He's still kind of on and off. He's still inconsistent. But we told you this, and we got scrutinized by the whole Knicks fans. And in Guillermo's chat, we had like 200, 300 people, 400 people killing us. I was getting jumped on Twitter for this. I was getting killed for even saying that the Bulls might be better than us, and look how good they are now. But yeah, I just had to let that out. But yeah, we got 30 people in here. I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Turn that notification bell to all, especially if you are in the replay. Make sure to drop comments about how you feel about these situations. The trade deadline, Leon Rose. Leon Rose is not good. I've told you this before. You may feel how you feel about him. I don't like him. I've said this before. I don't trust him. Besides decent draft picks, he really hasn't done much. He really hasn't. He hasn't. Salute to my guys, PH SZA and D Coolest. Was good, guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. Said Kaiser Soul said, to be honest, I was happy the Knicks didn't make any moves because all of the rumored moves seemed really, really bad in my opinion. Yeah. Wilson Dink said it's Valentine's Day. I will give you your flowers. Thank you. No, I appreciate that at least. But you know, I don't know how you guys feel about CJ McCollum. I definitely didn't want CJ McCollum, even though I like CJ. You think about a guy who's 30 years old and has back problems, and he was probably gonna replace Fournier, and you were gonna trade Fournier for him. It doesn't really make sense to me. He's better on offense. He's better on offense. Obviously, he's gonna give you like 20 points a game. His playmaking is a little better, but other than that, his defense is not good. He's old, so I wasn't willing to do that. I think they got a great package for him. Um, the Blazers. I'm telling you this right now. Remember this right now. February 14th, 2022, the Valentine's Day. The Blazers have their own pick that's going to be a top 5 pick. And they have a top 5 protected pick from the Pelicans they got in that trade, which is a 5 through 15 protected pick. So if the lottery lands in 5 through 15, the Blazers will get that pick. Don't be surprised if they get that lottery rigged and they give the Blazers really good picks, so Dame can stay and they can trade guys to get Dame some help. Don't be surprised. I'm telling you this right now. Just remember I said that. But yeah, they had a good trade with that. But now I think about the direction of the team, right? Moving on from that. Trade deadline, they didn't do jack. Our Knicks are continuously losing. We can't go on a win streak at all. We win one game and then lose 3 in a row. Or lose 3 or 4 in a row. Just can't get wins. We can't. RJ going down right now is the worst part about it, because that was something that could have been easily avoided, which was just dumb for Thibs to do. And now we have to miss time with him, and now it's gonna be hard winning games, especially in the games that are coming up, because we don't have RJ and we could have used him a lot. This is what hurts the most with that part as well. But I don't know how you guys are feeling, but for me, I'm with Guillermo. I'm with everyone. Tank for Ivy. I'm tanking. I hope they tank. I'm never a guy that likes tanking, except I wanted us to get losses to get LaMelo and stuff like that. Besides that, tank this damn season. The season is done. It's finito. It's done. I don't trust this team. I don't know how anyone could trust this team. I don't even know how the front office thinks this team is even functional, because it's not. I don't know what they're doing. I really don't, and it's sad. It's sad. I'm not for losing at all. I used to get pissed when we used to tank. When we were playing bad and we got 17 losses, I used to get pissed even though I knew we were trying to lose every game. Now it's even worse. Salute to Still Knicks fan. He says, salute to Ron. He said, what's good, Knicks family? Salute to Chess. Salute to Haduken. Salute to Still Knicks fan. Make sure to check him out. Him and John. Ron and John. John Salento said, we got to tank, bro. I agree. Tank for Ivy. The first step for me to see if we're tanking is, I don't know if this is true. I quote tweeted yesterday. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, by the way. It's in the bio. I always tweet Knicks stuff, basketball stuff. But they basically said, I don't know how reliable this is. They said the Knicks are looking to buy out Kemba. I hope it's true. Buy him out or waive him. I don't care. That's my first step to knowing if we're going in the right direction. So other guys can get minutes. But the first step for me to see if this front office is trying to tank and Thibs is trying to tank is waive Kemba and start giving the guys that are vets less minutes. Let the younger guys play more. I'm tired. I'm telling you this right now. Shout out to State, because this is funny, but State always says almighty 4th seed because of last year. This year, if we get that 10th seed and we are the play-in, because we all know this. Thibs is trying to win. I don't think, even if the front office wanted to tank, I don't know how Thibs would feel about it, but I wouldn't care how he felt about it, because I would still want to do it. You still have to tank, especially this season. I will be saying the almighty 10th seed if we get into the play-in and we miss out on one of these guys, because I feel like this is going to be one of those seasons, even though the draft isn't the craziest, this is going to be one of those seasons where we look back at, we're like, wow, maybe if we lost a few more games, we could have gotten this guy, or we could have gotten this guy. I feel like it's going to be one of those things. I want to tank. I really do want to tank. You really think if we would tank that we would get Ivy, bro? You know how crazy the draft lottery is? I know how crazy it is, and I know we haven't moved up, but I'm praying. Just in general. I just don't I just rather get a better pick at this point. Because even if we get like top 5, something like that, you could get a guy that's good. Like there's a lot of power forward centers. I'll try to get a small forward. Or no, not a small forward. I'll try to get a guard. Maybe you get Ty. But Ty you'll probably land in your lab, um, even if you don't tank. But I'm not really too keen on him. I think he'll be decent, but not really. I'm saying tank, then trade up for Ivy. I'll try that. I'll try that, but I just think that's the best thing to do for the Knicks right now. I don't think it's in the best priority for the team to win. Because I don't really think there's much happening. I don't know if you guys agree, but there really isn't. There isn't much happening. And of course, photos are coming out from of course there's photos coming out for what's his name? Let me this is so funny. But I need to show you guys this. But right over here. Of course there's stuff coming out with James Harden. And they're like, "Oh, is he fat?" And then they have him looking like this. And someone said, "Oh, he's a shapeshifter now." This is hilarious, bro. This dude looks like a shapeshifter. This dude is just somehow randomly like changing. I don't understand how he just does this. This is just okay. I knew he wasn't fat, but that's just funny. Sorry, I just saw that on Twitter. Um, number 1 pick, Cade. My bad. I was just looking at something real quick, but yeah. Um, it's just tough right now. I'm really done with this team. I really am. I don't know about you guys. I'm done with this team. I'm tired. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of looking at Randall play the game. I know Randall has been playing better. But where was this Randall the last 2 months? Well, where was this Randall? I know there was guys that were struggling before that month and a half, but where was Randall in that month and a half that guys were picking it up? Fournier was playing great this last month and a half. RJ has been playing amazing this last month and a half. Guys were playing well, but the only guy that didn't even want to show effort and defense was Julius Randle. And this is why we are stuck in the position we are in. We could have at least had a few more wins right now. But, decided to act like he didn't care about being on this team. Really did. I'm saying tank then trade. I hear you, John Salenzo. Ivy's the next job. I wouldn't say that, but he does have similar athleticism and hang time as him for finishing. Ty is a better floor general than Ivy. I would rather tank Benchero's good and we move Randall for that PG of the future. Will Salkin said, more than the losing, it's how we are losing, who's playing the minutes while we're losing. Exactly. That's my point as well. Yo, we're losing these games to trash teams, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired of losing to trash teams. Like, I know I can't say that because we're the Knicks, but at the same time, there's just teams you get a lead on and you're clearing, going up big, and you just choke in the fourth quarter. It's just hard. It's hard to watch. The Knicks right now, no matter what anyone says, is a hard team to watch right now and root for because of how disgusting they play the game. It really is. That's my personal opinion. As a Knicks fan, it just hurts watching them. I get bored in certain phases watching them, and I just get really pissed off, just like everyone should be watching this product that they're placing on the floor. And this is because of Leon Rose. This is because Thibs doesn't really, especially the last 3 weeks, Thibs has been trash with rotations. They didn't want to pick a side. They're just doing random stuff out there. I don't even know what we're playing for. Why are we playing for the play-in? Why are we playing for the play-in? What is the point? Just so we can get bounced out in the first round? Maybe we don't even get to that 8-7 seed by winning twice in the play-in. What are we doing? Like, ask yourself that. What are we doing? That is the question I need to know. I had to go on a rant. I just don't understand. I really don't understand what this team is doing, and it makes me really frustrated. It really does. I get so mad looking at this team play because they don't really do much of anything. That makes me excited, and it's just I just get hard. It's hard to watch them. I don't know. I get so pissed off. I'm sorry. I just had to go on that rant. But yeah. Let me see this real quick. RJ Barrett. Oh, thank God. By the way, RJ Barrett is out of his walking boot, Tom Thibodeau said, and RJ is still day to day. Oh, Thank God, bro. Oh my God, that actually just made me happy at least. I'm sorry, I had to say that, but I hope everyone is happy now who's an RJ fan at least, because I know we got some haters out there, but I'm actually so happy RJ is out of that boot, because that like pissed me off seeing that as even a thing. Um, but yeah, RJ's out of his boot. I don't need them to bring him back. I don't know how you guys feel. I'd rather keep RJ out these next two games because I mean today he is out, but I'd rather keep him out against the Nets as well. The Nets aren't gonna have Kyrie or anyone, so that should be an easy win. But you have the All-Star break, just let RJ heal through that, and then I think we're gonna be fine after that. But that's kind of how I feel right now. Um, I really don't understand the direction of this team. To be honest, I don't know if you guys do. Um, do you guys know where we're going? Do you think we should tank? Do you think we should try to get to that 10 seed? Like I want to win as much as I can, but I don't trust us. I really don't. I really don't. I should start next to Randall and RJ to play under control. Randall won't let him dominate the ball. I don't even think it's just about him dominating the ball. I just think it's more about the way that, hey, do you use StreamYard to add chat? Yeah, I do use StreamYard. I could drop the link. I have StreamYard. I just forgot to drop it because nobody was asking for it. Let me drop this. I'll see if anyone. Um, don't be no troll though, please. You said no at number 3 below bencher. Yeah, no. If we do get that top 4 pick, I'm not going for any of the power forwards. I'm going for Ivy. If anything, I could trade back and do that, but I don't think we're gonna get those top picks. But yeah, basically. He said, I don't know. I don't think it's about IQ just dominating the ball. I think it's more of his decision making in general, and just the way he's deciphering the game. I think he's doing it pretty slow, and not as fast as he can be. And I think that's just a detriment to his slump right now. His slump is hurting him right now. I'll tell you that. And his decision making is hurting his minutes big time because I was hoping he could start just like you're saying, Parrish. I hope he could start, but at the same time, his slump is really, really hurting him right now with his minutes. I think it's fair and unfair at the same time because I feel like he's gotten, especially last year, he got a lot of opportunity to play through his mistakes. This year, I think Thibs was trying to discipline him to do better. He just hasn't. Last year you were kind of forced to play IQ because you really didn't have anyone playing. So I think that's where it's at with IQ. Quickly will play better off Randall and RJ playmaking. I don't disagree. I think it's like D Rose. When D Rose was in that lineup and not injured, IQ played good off the ball. He's a really good off the ball shooter. It's a great skill that he has, and we haven't been able to use it as much because he handles the ball so much for that second unit along with Alec Burks. And it's kind of hard for him to decision make. I think that's what he's been struggling for, and I hope he could get better at that. I don't hope I know a lot of people like me, not like me, but I know a lot of people have been dropping off of um him for a little because I don't think he's really been playing the best. But I do still think he's a good player. No matter what, I think he is. Let me see. Before saying, he said, if you have to trade one of our youth guards or more to get the 4th pick, Ivy, who would it be? It depends. It depends on what pick I have in my lottery, but I'm trading my lottery pick. And I mean, it would be either IQ or McBride. It wouldn't really matter to me, to be honest. I like both of them. Um, it would probably, I don't know. It will probably be IQ just because IQ has more value than Deuce. So it would most likely be IQ that would go in that trade, to be honest. And I'll be fine with that too because I would most likely play Ivy on my 1, then have RJ and Cam out there. He said, and he's replacing Kemba. Quickly is bad for Obi and Reddish. I don't know if it's about IQ being bad for Quickly and Reddish. His vision is just bad. I don't think he should be a main ball handler. That's my problem. I think he thinks he's a point guard. Like I said before, his playmaking has gotten better, but I really haven't seen him get better overall as a player. To be honest, I feel like he has regressed. I would trade IQ. Grimes untouchable right now. Untouchable. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I know this is just your personal untouchable, but I tweeted this out as well when it was said. But basically, like I said about the Halliburton thing, about how RG was the only guy that was really worth something. They said he was the most valuable on the team and he was worth a lot, but they said that RJ is basically the only guy on the team that has a lot of value. That's what they said because of how Randall was playing. This was before the deadline, the day of the deadline. Brian Warhorse said this. He basically said that guys like IQ and OB they have regressed, so their value isn't really anything crazy, um, which I obviously believe. And so for certain extent, obviously RJ is our main guy that has value on this team. Guys regressing hurt us a lot, especially for this trade deadline. They hurt us a lot. Um, they killed their value with the way they have been playing. And it just shows they basically said that RG was the only untouchable for the team, and it makes sense. Like me, I don't want to trade RG in general, but it makes sense to only trade him for a guy that makes sense as a star. But that basically tells you there's no like RG is the only actual valuable guy we have, especially in that young core. That young core, I told you guys before. Grimes, I wasn't a fan of picking Grimes for the draft, but Grimes is a good solid 3 and D player right now, and that's all he is right now. And I think that's what he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be a 3 and D player. I'm not gonna say he's untouchable at all, but I think he's a good piece. IQ definitely tradable. OB is definitely tradable, but their value is just not high. So I don't know. I just want people to stop like overrating our talent. Everyone has their favorites, but I think we overrate our talent way too much. And they kind of told us there right now. Brian Windhorst basically told us it right there. Just don't overrate the talent because I feel like we have been doing it. But it is what it is, I guess. She said Duke 100%. I'd make that trade. IQ and our pick for the fourth pick. Yeah, no, I'll definitely do that. I just hope we could do something. Like, I don't know. What is the plan for this team moving forward? Like, what are they doing in the off season? Are they trying to unload contracts? They're definitely not getting no big fish. Like, Levine is not leaving. He really isn't. Christopher was what we wanted, but Grimes was what we needed. Eh, I don't know about that. I still take Christopher, but yeah, Grimes is not what we need. I mean, Grimes is a 3 and D player. I think every team needs a 3 and D player. So I guess you could say that, but Christopher is more of a guy that could do everything. That I like, but I'm not gonna do that whole debate here right now, to be honest. But salute to C-Mac. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the chat so I can answer them. This one was gonna be a little short. The game is in an hour. I gotta do some stuff. I just came from school and I started it up. Had to make the thumbnail. But yeah. Says trading RJ is a win now move that you only do for Kawhi, PG-13, LeBron. Yeah, obviously, and that just isn't a thing that would happen. That's the thing. Grimes and McBride, RJ, Randall, and Reddish will be our dead lineup one day. You know what though, Parrish? One lineup I do want to run, and I would love to run. And this is if we get Ivy, my starting lineup would be I want to run this lineup. I want to run Ivy at the 1, RJ at the 2, Cam at the 3, Randall, and then Mitch. Maybe no, I hope Randall isn't there, but someone else is at the 4. But maybe Obi, he might be at the 4. But I would love to run that lineup and see how it goes. But I would like a Deuce, RJ, Cam, Deuce, RJ, Cam. Who else? I don't know. Obi just hurts because he can't shoot. Obi and Mitch can't shoot, so it's kind of hard for me, to be honest. Yeah, Andrew K. I already checked. The Knicks are a 10-point favorite. I was looking at the betting earlier. Trading RJ is Grimes. Knicks fans always want to say we don't develop our players, but then want to trade them. I don't know if you're saying that to me, but to be honest, I never say that we don't develop them. The thing that I say is that we don't have a developmental team like that. Because Thibs is like, no matter what anyone says, Grimes is playing 20+ minutes. Obi, his minutes aren't there, but he has increased this year. But he is, it's getting lower again right now. Then you look at IQ. IQ's minutes have lowered, but it's not because our development. It's more of him just being in a slump. So his decreased minutes make sense. Um, Deuce isn't getting minutes, which I understand, even though I do think he should be playing 2 3 minute stints here and there. Then you look at a guy like Sims. Sims, like last game, he played 5 minutes. Maybe he could have played a little longer, but I think you should be playing these guys in little 3 to 5 minute stints just to get them some action. Obi can shoot in the mid range. That's how he gets his rhythm to shoot the threes. We haven't done that. See, man, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, it's not something that the Knicks just have to do. It's something that Obi has to get himself into doing, because he gets open for the three. He gets scared to shoot sometimes, but we don't really run plays that much. So Obi has to try to find his way into getting in that mid range, but it's really hard for him to create for himself right now. Um, why would you trade a 21, 22-year old budding 20-point scorer? He's only get to be able. Yeah, no, Kai, so I agree. I think RJ is gonna end the season averaging 19 to 20. And his efficiency has been getting better, so I think it's gonna continue to get better as well. Um, we don't have any 3-and-D players until Grimes came in. No, I don't disagree with you, C-Mac. I like I said, 3-and-D players are needed for every team. But Christopher is just an all-around talent that I'd rather have. Randall is a middle-of-the-game killer against opponents, assists, rebounds, baskets. He's just not a finisher. We need smart players at the end of games. Yeah, and Paris Duggar, the other thing that gets me frustrated is you look at the Blazers game. The Blazers game, granted, Randall had a good first 3 quarters, but in the fourth quarter, I think he was 2 for 4. But he was like kind of lost. Like he was out of energy. He lost focus for the game. Towards the end of the game, he was kind of like you saw his mood changing. The whole mood of the team changed, and I feel like it's like his role as the leader, technically the leader or the best player on the team right now, to change that mood and get us going. And I just don't think he did a good job of doing that. I think he should have been going into the post more because he did have a decent amount of mismatches. And yeah, no, Paris Duggar, I know he was dead. That's why I said like he was out of energy, but at the same time there were little things he could have done, that game. But I'm not gonna kill anyone. I'm not gonna kill him specifically for that game because it was the whole entire team that was out there. And Thibs for not making good rotations. But like I said, Randall getting into the post and being able to finish and attack the basket, that's what gets at him the best. That's why he has been doing better the last 5 games. You've been seeing him get more inside. You've been seeing him toughen it out, pushing people around in the paint. That's what he should be doing, and that's what he has been doing. Randall wants to go ISO at the end of the game. That's not energy. That's low IQ. That is true. Randall has to stop getting used to these step back, fade away, contested shots in the end of games because he does that so many times instead of making a smarter play and decision. And I think that's another thing that hurts us as well. Um, let's see. By the way, they just posted Mitchell Robinson is available to play Monday, and as well as Cam Reddish, which I'm glad to see. So both of them are out there tonight. Um, really good to see. Let's go. RJ Barrett is back outside of walking. Sorry, I'm just looking at the Knicks news right now just to see. Yeah, okay, so Mitch is back. Not back, but Mitch is available. Cam is available. Nerlens Noel is out. RJ Barrett is out, but he's out of his boot, which is good to see. Randall expanded his energies to get that lead. Thibs killed us, pulling the second unit with 9 minutes left. Randall wants to go ice. Like I said, like he took out the bench a little too early. And I blame Thibs for not really being able to tell the guys to catch Grimes at the corner because he was open a decent amount of times. And just little things like that affects the game a lot. Like, that's a game changer right there that they just don't do well. They don't decipher plays. They don't decipher the change of momentum in the game really well. They let it be seen by the opponent so much, and then in the fourth quarter they went on a crazy run, and then they just kept adding on to that run. That last 4 minutes, especially, we got broken apart. They just couldn't stop scoring. We just couldn't do anything. El Paul says, give me odds on getting Spido within the next 2 years. I'll say a 20% chance or a 30% chance, to be honest. It depends on if he leaves. Because I do think if he leaves and he asks out to New York, I think we can make it possible. I just hope there's some way you could do it without RJ. Because I want him and RJ to be paired together. I wish. That's what I hope for. because you know it's kind of like I'm saying in the sense of the Harden trade. Um, I do think either way they're gonna ask for RJ, but when you think about it, teams like the Harden one, he asked to go to Brooklyn, and the amount they gave for him was really not that much. So I would be trying to give like Randall and 3 first-round picks and IQ. I'll do that for Spider. I don't care if that means I could pair him up with RJ, and have them there for the next 4 years at least. That would be really great to see. What's good to Cully? Salute Cully. When Randall drives the ball and goes quick, I love it. But when he goes into ISO ball hog mode, I know it's going to look bad. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. That's a great point. The team that got the lead by moving the ball and Randall driving the basket, who wasn't posting and dribble, dribble, dribble. No, those are both great points. That's why Randall needs to find the fine line in between it. He needs to know what he's doing. I feel like he struggles with that. That's why we need a Brunson. He's a floor leader. He started getting Dallas to play well when Luka was hurt. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. I said this before. I like Brunson, but I'm not that high on him or getting him. Because I feel like we're overrating him. And I don't really want to pay him 20 mil. I don't know how you guys feel. I'm not trying to pay him 20 mil. To be honest, that's my opinion. But I like he has a bag. Um, he's a pretty good. I'll say a good playmaker. Um, he could still get better. He's a good finisher as well. He finishes really, really well at the basket. Really well, extremely well. Which I like. His shooting has been on and off, but he's pretty decent from the three as well. I just don't want to pay him 20 mil. And I'm not saying he's trash. I'm just saying I feel like we're overvaluing slash wanting to overpay him at the same time, and I don't think that's gonna be the best thing to do. But if they get it for like 17 mil, I guess he just doesn't move the needle for me in my eyes. He really doesn't. Um, that's kind of basically it. Let me talk about this OKC game, and then I'm gonna head out of here. Before the game starts. But New York Knicks are playing at 7:30 against the OKC Thunder. The Knicks only have 8 more wins than the Thunder. But yeah, we have 8 more wins than the Thunder. The Thunder, I heard. Let me check it again. OKC injury report today. So for today, let's see. They have Lou Dort is out, Mike Muscala is out, and Shea Gilgeous is out. So you got 2 out of the 3 best players on this team out. And Lou Dort, who averages 17, 16 points. Then you got Shea, who averages 23 points. They're both out. The best player on this team is going to be Josh Giddey and Trey Mann. So this is a team you easily got to beat. They better not lose, because they better not lose me money this game. So yeah, they better not lose, because I got this dude Randall getting a double-double. He better not lose this game, bro. I'm going to get pissed. I'm telling this to everyone. This is the first time I'm gonna do it, but do not bet on your team, because you're gonna get pissed. Because I'm not gonna bet on my team ever unless it's a game like this, because this is a game they should win. It might be another Halliburton situation where they move an asset to help the veteran. I want to ask Portland about. Yeah, no, I know Kaiser Souls. I know you've been on Anthony Simmons a long time, so I credit you for that. And Hinton as well, because Hinton, Mental Chief, make sure to check out his soaps. He's on Twitter and on Instagram. Chief MG, make sure to check it out. Mental Chief, whatever word it is, make sure to check out his soaps. He has really good soaps. But yeah, has been telling me for a long time about Anthony Simmons. He's been like him. I thought Anthony Simmons was gonna be decent. I didn't think he's gonna be this good. He surprised me. And I definitely give you guys your flowers, because you did call it out. I want them to sing, so I'm hoping for the L. To be honest, I'm not hoping for the L, because I need this. The season is over. I want them to tank, so I'm hoping for the L. Yeah, but that's basically it. If you guys have any final things to say in the chat, any questions, I'll answer them. Then I'm gonna head out. Do some stuff before the game. I gotta chill, relax, eat some food. I'm hungry. But yeah, got 37 people in here, 35 likes. I definitely appreciate you guys for joining on. We had a little slow start because I just went live out of nowhere. So I've been gone for a while, but I'll definitely be more consistent now. Because all the stuff with the birthdays is done. So I'll be on. Is it tomorrow? We have the game today. I'll either be on tomorrow or the day after with a stream. So I'll see that. Salute to my guy Heck Brizo. Was good. He said fire Thibs. I miss RJ. Heck, did you see that RJ is finally out of his boot? So I'm happy now. But still, F Thibs, bro. F Thibs. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but F Thibs, because I was already disrespectful to Thibs on Twitter. But yeah, F Thibs for that. Came to throw my both hands up. I appreciate you, Justin L. Salute. I appreciate you guys for smashing that like button. Got 40 likes. If you are in the replay, tell me down below if you want me to react to anything. If you want me to answer some questions, what you want me to talk about next show. Any topics, let me know. I'm gonna talk about it the next time. I'm gonna look at all of them. Comment below. Anything you had to say about it. Any comments if you agree or disagree with me, and I'll definitely look after it. I always do. Always good to get your takes, Duke. Let's go next. Yeah, let's go next. But I appreciate you guys. Kaiser still said the season is over. All right. I appreciate you guys for watching. Um, I hope you win today. Pray we win today, and pray that I don't lose money on this team. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great, great day. And I hope the Knicks win. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Even though I'm not gonna be hoping for the Knicks to win later on after the deadline, because I want to. I mean, after the All-Star break, because I want us to tank. But yeah, let's go. Catch you guys next time. It's HadukenSharon, and I'm out. Peace out.